What's good? What is happening? Once again, this is Threes from the Ring. This your boy Chris Shay. Real staff here.
Here.
Tyler here. Alright. And for those watching us on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the video. Make sure you hit that alarm button, letting you know we're live. We got new content. Not live, but we got that content for you. But welcome to the basketball section of the podcast. For those that's listening, thanks for sticking to it, staying tuned. We appreciate that. Now, fairly amount of things we need to talk about in the world of basketball because the NBA has been pretty interesting lately as well. So I'll let you guys give y'all notable takes over the past week in basketball.
Joel Embiid, Huff, Lakers suck, but what's new? Clippers don't suck. What the heck? All-Star, people still crying about All-Star votes and our Lord and Savior 2024. What else? I think that's really it for me. Other than that, like, again, we have to win the valleys of the NBA. We're just waiting for All-Star break and see what trades happen. To tell the truth, so there really ain't nothing really going on. But again, niggas mad about All-Star in 2024, bro. Niggas crying. They're like, oh my God, why didn't they vote such and such into the All-Star game, nigga? Because the nigga play for a city nobody cares about. That's why. Is he foreign? No. Is his name LeBron James and Steph Curry? No. All right, then, nigga, you're going to have to hold that. Like,
that's just how the game works.
Like, man, it's nasty, bro. Real nasty.
Hey, man, look, sensitive. Tyler, things you pinpointed over the past week?
Other than, the hot scoring stretch by about four or five players.
Which we'll get to.
But, outside of that, not too much else. NBA, they just gearing up to go into All-Star break. They going back to Indiana again, so.
I don't know where that was intended. But yeah, that is nasty business that the All-Star game is in Indianapolis. I don't even I tried.
The niggas cried like Drew did, bro. We didn't have fans last time. Let us have it again. They let them have it. So
who cares? But I'm gonna say this. I because All-Star Weekend does fall on my birthday. I do want to make it a goal to see if I can go if necessary. I'm not going to Indianapolis. I peep to see what is going on. There's nothing going on in Indianapolis. Nothing. I don't even want to take a road trip there. I'm Gucci.
We fuck around and get pulled over as soon as we cross the border. Everybody that knows that goes to Indiana.
No. Like my coworkers who live in Indiana, if there's a certain point where if you pass going towards Indianapolis, if you're black and you get pulled over, God bless.
I know 3 people personally that's got arrested within the last year just going to Indiana for no fucking reason.
But the thing is, it's easy to get to Indiana. It's where you're going. If you're in Hammond, you're good because it's niggas in Hammond. It's niggas in everybody. If you go past Hammond, depending on which way you're going to end up in Gary. Gary, you're fine. Gary is a suburban part. Is literally Indiana west side, pretty much. That's the best description. Now, if you go south of Hammond, you're going towards Munster. Munster's not that bad, but it's white. It's mainly white people, but they're not that racist. Like, they cool. Now, if you go towards Dyer, you're getting a little country white. They don't really like seeing us. They don't. They're not the biggest fans of us. Now, then, if you go a little bit further past Hammond, it is Highland, but Highland is very small. It's like a mix of Dyer and Hammond. It's like, okay, whatever. We see your kind, but we fuck with Trump, though. That's what it is with them. Now, if you go south past Dyer, I think they say it's St. John, which you kind of have to go through to get to Indianapolis. You're fucked. And I hate to say it that way. I apologize, but you're screwed.
It's the truth. There's a statistic.
Yeah. So with that said, the further northwest of Indiana,
just know we ain't going to Indiana, bro.
Yeah, we're just
it's not gonna happen.
But with that said, there's nothing interesting for anybody to take a road trip to Indianapolis. It's really not. Like, I'm pretty sure people will go for the vibes. I'm pretty sure the women who live in Indianapolis who think, oh man, we not that far from Chicago. We're gonna show them Chicago how we do it here, and be like, ain't nothing to do, bro. I'm sorry, folks. Ain't gonna be nothing to do down there, G. Like, nothing looks fun, nothing looks interesting. Like, I feel bad for the Jordan Clarksons. I feel bad for the Jordan Pooles of the world that, even though they're not getting voted to the game, they go to these cities for the vibes. Ain't no vibes in Indianapolis.
It's gonna be cold.
Ain't no vibes in Indianapolis. Simple. But overall though, people tripping, like, come on, man, just get over it. I get it, but in the way that the All-Star game is set up for the starters, it is 1/3 of the fans. The fan vote is the one that is sensationalized in media covered. But we don't know the media vote and the players vote, which the players vote to me is the most egregious one most of the time, because you're clearly seeing players vote their Huff co-workers into getting votes when that could have went to somebody who's deserving. Like, it's no reason why Tobias Harris is getting votes. There's no reason why what's that white dude on Philly who can shoot but he don't play, Korkmaz, he shouldn't be getting votes. Like, you'll sit there and be like, why did Korkmaz get 13 votes from players? Oh, he has 15 teammates. It was just one person that respected the damn ballot. So with that said, the players need to start blaming the players instead of voting a Huff teammates just to make them feel good. Because anything that's not going to make me feel good, if I'm like, you're disrespecting me. Like, gee, I'm not an all-star. I don't play. Why are you voting me? It makes me feel like I'm a joke. Being honest. It is what it is, though. But that's what needs to be taken more serious. So, because you're stopping somebody deserving, like a Jaylen Brown, from really getting starts. Trying to think of people like maybe even a Trae Young to actually get votes, even though and you wasn't gonna get in over Halliburton this year. But and even then, Halliburton got the votes, and he plays for Indiana. It's just Halliburton really got the media vote. He gets a lot of love, and plus he is arguably the best point guard, not named Luka, Steph, and Shea. To me is a shooting guard, but he's a point guard technically. And Shea. So of course he's gonna get those votes. And Dame just gets in off legacy. But clearly enough players said that's fine.
Hey,
turn your TV down a bit, damn.
Yeah, we can hit NXT.
I'm like, really? I had it on 1.
Well, shoot, I don't know, but like the signal got through here. I was like, okay, Baron Corbin's about to do something. But point is, players just gotta do better, bro. Yeah. Like the players themselves, because y'all still carry 1/3 of that vote. It's not the fans, because most of the time the fans get it right, and the media most of the time gets it right too. So it's the players.
Not Reggie Garbage Miller. That nigga said that nigga put Derek White in the refused to watch Derek White in the All-Star game.
Yeah, and also Reggie Miller keeps pushing. Like when I was watching the game before we recorded, Reggie Miller kept saying Derek White deserves to be an All-Star. I'm like, bro, he is the 4th best player on this team.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
Is he playing good? Of course. Is he an All-Star? Is a whole different situation.
No. Like, gee, this ain't the situation where in the East, especially in the East, because the East got plenty of talented players you can vote. But it's not the case in previous years where you got to vote the Detroit Pistons starting lineup because the East is that freaking Huff.
basically.
Like, that's my thing. And then proceed to watch the East get freaking washed because you chose to vote Derek White in. Because guess what, people? We're back East versus West. So I
don't even really know if I want to watch the All-Star game this year, bro. That shit just don't be competitive at all. It's not.
Look, either way, you didn't watch. Who cares? But like either way, whoever watches it for competition is still one of the biggest lies of all time. Because y'all could watch the 80s one and Mike and them could lie to y'all and say that it was competitive, but it was just competitive enough.
Yeah.
Because they did the same stuff that all the other players do. The formula don't change. Y'all just not happy with, y'all want competition through the second quarter when second quarter's for the fans. Third quarter's for the fans. The fourth quarter's we compete. Deal with it. But either way, y'all just get lost in the shuffle, man. Maybe because I was the one actually watching these old school All-Star games that be on NBA, ESPN Classic, NBA TV. But gee, y'all getting fooled. They were dunking, they were crossing, they were doing flashy passes all game until the fourth quarter. Except that one year when Mike felt Isaiah and them tried to ice him out. That was different. Even then, he took that personal and proceeded to become a 6-time champion because of an All-Star game. But that's Michael Jordan's a fucking sociopath, so that's different. But yeah, y'all gotta do better though as players. Like I said, regardless, goes back to the players and also media, because I don't want to see no Reggie Miller in the All-Star game. You can put, like, literally, you don't talk about no Derek White when you got Trae Young, who still needs to be voted in. You still got Jalen Brunson, who needs to be voted in. Donovan Mitchell, I haven't watched Cavaliers games that much this year, but Donovan Mitchell, I believe, is having a solid season. DeMar DeRozan, to an extent, deserves to get in. It's multiple players. Jaylen Brown still needs to get in. Kristaps needs to get in. So I'm like, you're talking about fucking Derek White when Kristaps still deserves a vote. That's the problem, G. Like Reggie, but then again, Reggie Miller was. He's lucky that shooting guard was not a strong position in the 90s. I'm gonna stand by that. Shooting guard was not a strong position in the 90s.
Like, my nigga, you was competing with Mike.
It was Mike.
Probably John Starks.
It was Mike, Clyde Drexler, washed up Clyde Drexler at that. Mitch.
Well, we just talking about the East because Clyde was in the West.
I'm talking to everybody. Oh. Clyde was a step below, like 3-5 steps below. And this is washed up Clyde Drexler in the 90s, by the way. Then Mitch Richmond. I think Chris Mullin was a shooting guard.
Chris Mullin.
Then we talk about Reggie Dan Miller. So he's lucky he was a shooting guard in the 90s, G. And John Starks. To me, they're both the equal class. So
I'm mad at that.
It is what it is. But with that said, we did talk about All-Stars. We are talking All-Stars, so let's discuss who do we like. We did talk about people getting annoyed, but let's just talk about who are the starters and then give our predictions of people who will probably make the bench. Let me pull up the starters anyway. Let's see. Like I mentioned earlier, we're back to East versus West. Anyway, starters for the East is Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, Giannis, Jason Tatum, and Joel Embiid. Self-explanatory. Then in the West, we got Luka, Shea, KD, LeBron, and Jokic. Pretty much rounding out that. So who do you feel are notable people who will more than likely make the bench that start in the West?
Anthony Edwards for sure.
Mm-hmm.
People argue that he should have been a starter, which I get why he wasn't.
He wasn't getting more.
But he's definitely
also in a small market, by the way.
Yeah. Like people want to mainly argue it because Minnesota's been at the top of the West for the last couple months. So I get that.
It'd be like that.
It'd be that way. It's like
it's been like that for a while. We've seen this happen multiple times before, so I'm not even tripping.
Once again, Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, and them wasn't getting freaking starter votes. Muggs wasn't voting Rasheed Wallace and Tayshaun fucking Prince. We wanted to see the corpse of T-Mac, the corpse of Grant Hill, whatever team Shaq was on, D-Wade and LeBron start. Not
what year was this? This was what?
No, I'm just naming players who was in the East, notably in the like around that time frame. But that's my point. I was chasing kids. Todd McCullough, Martin. Nobody wanted to vote for the Detroit Pistons. G. I think Ben Wallace was the only one people actually was voting for, honestly. But point is, it is what it is. But proceed. Who? Anthony Edwards.
Probably Cat. Cat probably get in there.
I'm voting Gobert over Cat. I'll keep it real, but that's a different story.
Devin Booker.
The
Clippers. So Kawhi and Paul George. Maybe Harden. Maybe.
AD.
Maybe. AD definitely. AD having a better year than Bond.
It's Steph.
Steph, yeah. That's about it.
That's why I'm like, I don't think Timberwolves get in too. Because you got to factor in AD and Steph is pretty much locks. Kawhi's definitely getting in. Anthony Edwards is getting in. Devin Booker's getting in. That's 5. Who did I miss? Either De'Aaron Fox is getting in or Sabonis. And I have a feeling that the Wemby agenda is going to be pushed.
You think a King getting in?
Huh?
I don't think any of the Kings getting in.
If not, they're going to push the Wemby agenda. The Wemby agenda might be
even with the Kings and the Kings, they still an inconsistent team. Like at the end of the day, they still got to watch an All-Star game.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I said Fox might get in, but that'd be a crazy amount of guards. But we'll see. But let's go towards the East. I'm gonna start with Jalen Brunson, definitely getting in.
Jalen Brunson, yeah.
Jalen Brunson, Jaylen Brown, definitely getting in, and Chris Stapps off. Look, like that's 3 right there. Donovan Mitchell's probably getting in. Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey, yeah.
Trae Young.
I thought we said Trae Young already.
I didn't say Trae Young, but Trae Young. And probably Jimmy, just off GP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that we got to give Jimmy Butler off GP because nobody knows if he even played enough this season.
Exactly.
I was just going to ask, do y'all know how many games he played?
I could look it up right now. We're about to look it up. How many games has Jimmy Butler played? Because this nigga keeps fooling y'all niggas.
Because I swear, bro, Jimmy do not play until March.
Because even though, yes, we've been giving Embiid a hard time about coming to work,
Jimmy Butler really, when he got to Miami, that man just said, call me when you need me.
Literally. Man averaging 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Geez, like, come on, bro. He's played the last few games. You don't feel like he plays. That's the funny thing. Let's see stats. So far, he's played 32 games. He's played 32 games, and I think how many games has the Heat played so far this season? If he's played 32, the Heat has played 24. They're 24 and 23. So he's played almost like he missed only probably a fourth of their games so far. If he's played 32 and they played about almost 46, 47 games, 45 games. He's played 30.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I don't, like that's the thing. He be getting away with criminal activities, man. But either way, Jimmy's probably still gonna sneak in, unfortunately. But once again, I could still name other players before we get to Derek White. Bam. Hold on, let me look at the East standings just so I can remember players. Paolo Banchero deserves some love. Let's see here. Yo, okay. Yeah.
I will put Cam. What's dude from Brooklyn?
Cam Thomas.
Yeah, Cam
Hell
Thomas. No. Before Derek White.
I'm not putting no role
before Derek White, but Cam Thomas, no. No,
I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci on him as a whole. Like he's cool, but still, because I still put freaking Miles Turner in before dude as well. If that's the case,
yeah.
But either way, and once again, Pascal has something against all NBA coaches, so he gets in no matter what. I know we talked about Pascal last week, but that man still somehow gets into the All-Star game on a daily fucking basis every year. So Pascal might get in before Derek White, but you can put it's various players on other teams I will put on before Derek White, especially if you want to make this a very serious East versus West thing again. Give me the best players because Derek White is not the best player. That's the end all be all.
It's not. It's just not.
So stop this nonsense. Like, see, that's the problem with David Stern's NBA. He started this crap by making sure all the Pistons got in. Tayshaun Prince is cool, but 2K forgets to put him in the game every year. So if you tell
me ain't in the game this year neither.
Every year we get Rasheed Wallace thinks he's Charles fucking Barkley. He's not. Either way, point being, no, just no. But proceeding on, let's go ahead. Let's talk about the NBA scoring boom that got niggas very sensitive over this past week. So since the last day we recorded, I think even that night, Embiid dropped 70. Let's be specific. Embiid dropped 70 and won. Cat dropped 60 and was the reason why they lost. Devin Booker dropped 50. 62. I think one of them the following night.
He had 62.
No, well, I'm getting to that because he had 50 and then he dropped 62 the night.
Same week.
Dropped 70. Luka dropped 73 and won, but Devin Booker dropped 62 and lost.
Yeah.
And instead of honoring, we had a great moment, especially the week where Kobe dropped 81. So players putting forth these great efforts and scoring displays, star players at that, we get a discussion of, damn, it's that easy to score in the NBA.
Yeah, it's like I hate that because it's like every time these guys.
Let me get my point off. I just want people because like this has been bugging me all week.
Mm-hmm.
But like instead of honoring greatness, because it's not like often we get people dropping 60, hell, even 70. Like I get it, but these players are just as talented. These players are also putting forth great effort in the regular season that you guys claim. Oh my God, they don't treat the regular season very serious. Okay. So when we get star players dropping 70, 60, even though some like in Cat and Booker's case, they took L's, because sometimes the funny thing is when you do these scoring displays, you kind of have to keep the team in the game. Kind of have to. Like it's always close games. It's never a blowout. But niggas who claim they love Kobe, they never realized Kobe was dropping 50 and 60 just so the Lakers can barely win. Hey, but you guys watched highlights, G. Y'all didn't have League Pass, so y'all wasn't paying attention to the little details in regards to Kobe's scoring displays. But once again, I watched NBA TV and ESPN Classic, so I watched the full game highlights growing up. But anyway, different subject. So instead of honoring greatness during the people putting forth effort in the week leading up to, for one, Kobe dropping 81, honoring that, and also Kobe passing his anniversary. I think just that anniversary just passed. Players putting forth great effort. Yet you guys didn't realize just a decade ago we had freaking Corey Brewer dropping 50 and Mo Williams dropping 50. And y'all was fine with that because y'all said y'all was fine with that. But y'all didn't question the defense in that era. But y'all saying they don't play defense and all of that. If you want to pull they foul hunting card, cool. But guess what? If you was to watch a Jordan scoring spree, it involved a lot of fouling. I'm just keeping it real in terms of Mike specifically. But Embiid, he got a lot of fouls, but he's a center. But he's also a center that does foul hunt compared to the Shaqs in the back in the day and such. And I feel like part of if you're going to score that much, you do need to make free throws. Either you're making free throws or you're making a lot of threes. It's one of the two. So in B's case, it was free throws involved. In terms of Luka's case, it was a lot of threes involved with some free throws and just Luka being freaking great. But these are two of the best scorers in the league right now in their positions on top of it. And you guys are pulling out they don't play defense card. They not it's easy to score in this era. All of that, which they don't play defense as hard, but also the rules are set up for them for these things to happen. So they're just taking advantage of the system that has been in place because the NBA wanted more scoring. The same way, if you look at professional football, the defense can't hit people like they want to or play defense like they want to because guess what? The NFL wants more scoring. And they claim they want to protect the players. So the quarterback is the most protected player on the field. And even on top of the second most protected player on the field is the wide receivers. Because the cornerbacks can't play defense like they want to. So, but you guys love football. I love football too. But guess what? Y'all still watch NFL every week despite the fact that scoring is at an all-time high. Unless you're the Kansas City Chiefs, because Matt Nagy's your offensive coordinator. But at the same time, there's points going on all NFL season. I just want people to just be real honest with themselves and realize it's because of the rules. I've heard niggas say bring back hand checking. You want to know why hand checking is banished? Because of the GOAT. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. That's why hand checking doesn't exist. So he was able to do whatever the hell he wanted. We keeping it real. We keeping it all the way real. That's why hand checking don't exist.
Even the players have said that it's because of the rules. It's not because it's no effort on defense. It's the rules just are changed to benefit the offensive player. Even some of the players will tell you the players manipulate the rules so that they can get away with certain stuff to begin with. Mm-hmm. James Harden is an example. Kobe allegedly has read the rule book, so he knew what to get away with.
Shit. Okay, cool, but that's been the league since when cherry pick is a thing. Wilt Chamberlain cherry picked. And he was able to, if he ain't rebounding, he cherry picking. He ran. He stayed back there to get.
There used to be no three in the key.
Yeah, no.
Guess who was sitting in there
before zone defense was thing? You think the AIs and the Kobe's of the world wasn't smoking niggas on man-to-man coverage? Because niggas didn't even know. Niggas never got taught zone in preschool. I mean,
no, you was zone in college. You couldn't run zone in the NBA.
No, but I mean, when you was a shorty, you didn't get taught zone.
Oh no,
you got taught man to man.
So stay in front of your man. The NBA, you just go man to man, and this whole thing, it makes no sense. It's just the way the league goes, and it's not like somebody's scoring 70 every week. It's literally 3 players score 70. The year before that, it was probably 2. The year before that, it was probably 1. The year before that, last time it was Kobe. So Devin Booker, Fuck.
Devin Booker did it
Devin
back-to-back
Booker did it in a
seasons.
losing effort. That's still a classic.
Twice.
Devin Booker goes off and you lose. It's crazy.
Like, and then listen to the people who doing it. Joel Embiid on his way to get his second MVP. Luka Doncic, who we just said, who deserves an MVP. Damian Lillard, one of the best shooters of all time. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's just been some terrible. It's just terrible. Great players do great things. If you can't do great things, then you're not a great player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like we talking about fucking Derek White. Derek White ain't dropping 70.
Even then, if Derek White drops 70, then we should be having.
And if he did, that's kudos to him.
But then we should be having this conversation more. That's my point. Right. Because Muggs wasn't doing this when Corey Brewer dropped 50. Bo Williams dropped 50.
Terrence Ross
is a bucket. Like he was a bucket. So, but even still, that's my point. So, with that all said, I wasn't having questioning players' heart and intention. If you let Corey Brewer, if I was to ask Tyler, what is Corey Brewer's skill set offensively? What is it?
I don't know.
Thank you. On the foul.
See? Like literally. So you telling me that defense was raw because they let Corey Brewer worked hard to get that 50 ball.
They be acting like defense back then. They just act like everybody was a defensive player of the year candidate back then. That pisses me off.
Mug literally
niggas was getting cooked.
David Stern saw how the Detroit Pistons was playing, like how people gotta stop thinking, oh man, they were roughhousing back then. They were really playing defense. Gee, that was defense. Let me punch this nigga because he's giving me a bucket.
They were strong arming niggas, and they had to stop.
Push this dude into the stands because he just crossed me up and he made the layup. That was playing defense because they see the roughhousing. But then now players actually have to keep their hands to themselves, can't even hand check, because I think honestly breaking hand check is gonna probably lead to injuries. Muggs is just gonna get hurt. So many people are too smart to draw fouls to bring hand checking back. Like James Harden's gonna probably dislocate a dude's arm. He's too strong to try to hand check a James Harden. Well, at least not this version. Hand check LeBron don't mean nothing, G, because he's gonna hand check you.
Exactly.
So, like, LeBron will be the greatest defender of all time if they brought hand checking back, even for 1 year. But either way,
Jimmy Butler will have a defensive player of the year. Patrick Beverly will probably have defensive player of the year.
Kawhi putting his hand across your chest and telling you to get by.
No.
You can't see. So I'm just saying. So if you bring hand checking back, people who are already solid to good defenders are just going to be better, which don't mean much. But if you put in somebody like Steph and tell him to hand check, Steph might get hurt. That's my point. Oh, and then Draymond just becomes more deadlier. Let's put that as well.
Hand checking Draymond with a hand check is out the league, bro. That's out of pocket. You gotta get him.
Draymond gonna be Gunther chopping niggas. you gonna hear in the arena is Draymond just slapping dudes in the chest. He's like, what do you want me to do about this? But point is, people gotta accept the fact that you guys are entertained by offense. You want it in all sports, G. You want it in basketball. Y'all want to see threes. Y'all want to see dunks. All of that. That's what you're getting. If you want to see in football, you want to see more touchdowns. You want to see the celebrations. You want to see poor players get trucked by the quarterback nowadays. That's what happened. That's why more quarterbacks are mobile, because they know they can't be touched. They say put the athletic nigga on the field and teach them how to throw. The white boys are running, G. Come on, man. So with that said, they know we're protected. We're the best players we're the most protected players on the field. We can't get touched. Cool. Next, let's look at baseball. They have literally changed baseball into either you get a home run or you strike out league. It's home run or strike out. That is what baseball is right now. Like, yeah, you still got a few players whose job is get on base, but you better have a bat, like at least 5 bats on that roster whose sole purpose is to get the niggas who don't got the power to at least get them a home. That's baseball. Hockey, I'm not so sure, but nobody's touched Wayne Gretzky's record yet, so it's really tough to judge. But I still see fights every week, at least whenever ESPN talks about hockey for like 10 minutes. So, but yeah, with that said, y'all just gotta get over yourselves when it comes to this. That's just what it is. You guys have to accept this is what you guys wanted. This is the era where we have literally, y'all keep saying this is the most talented era, but get mad when the talent shows that this is the most talented era. When we came from watching, like when you guys say Kobe would have had 100 in this era, probably could. He probably would. Because guess what? He would have more freedom to do more on the court. When y'all, same with a T-Mac, same with a Shaq, same with other various players from the early 2000s. Because guess what? They would have more freedom to do things, to do wherever the hell they wanted with the ball and on court wise. We would have seen Iverson probably doing some Steph Curry Dame-like things shooting. Would have been fun. Would have been respected. But with that all said, that's them. I would expect that from them. And also they played in an era which was also the nastiest era of basketball to watch. The isolation era. The I want to be like Mike era. And you know who the only teams that won in that era was the Lakers, because they were better than everybody. The Spurs, because they had Tim Duncan and played excellent team ball and said, we're not going to run that isolation shit and just beat you because we got Tim freaking Duncan and we play team ball. And then Dirk and them was good because they was offensively the best team. They didn't win nothing. And then that Heat team, because D Wade caught the Holy Ghost and the refs had money on it. And then on top of it, at the end of the 2000s, once again, 2 super teams with Kobe and Paul Gasol and Lamar Odom playing nasty level basketball of, if Kobe don't score, Paul better score. Lamar, give us the ball. And then the Celtics of that, the fallacy, and KG and Ray Allen playing their version of basketball. And they were just better than everybody.
Speaking of KG, I think KG would have been really fun to see play in this area.
KG would have been fun in this era.
Shaq, Dirk, like all the power forwards, Timmy, all the niggas would have been cold to watch just because they're not getting triple teams in the paint.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta think about it. Like, the defense against them niggas is to find some tall forward to just stand there. But they have to shoot over niggas whose wingspan was 8 feet. But now, when Tim Duncan will legit be a center now, come on, bro. People doubt his top 5 playing now. Like, that's neither here nor there, but he want to prove to niggas why he up there with everybody else, you know? And plus, yeah, of course, offense and stuff like that. The league's changed. I think the only thing I think that is a real bad thing about the league right now is the inconsistencies in officiating.
Well, you can look at history, and it's been present since since I would say the 90s.
Yeah, but like now I think it's like, I don't think there's a clear foul in the world of basketball anymore. Depending on who you are. Like, if you're an injury-prone player, you get the foul for some apparent reason. Like, Joel Embiid gets every call because he falls on the ground. Bron doesn't get anything because he's a truck. Curry doesn't get calls. Curry has a horrible whistle. I'm trying to think who else got a bad whistle. KD got a horrible whistle. Luka in the middle. I say Luka in the middle. Some people do foul him, but sometimes the refs love him. Giannis he can't shoot, so it don't even really matter.
It don't make a difference. It's like a Shaq case. We know you get a foul. We're gonna blow the whistle just because out of love and respect that you did get fouled, but we ain't gonna watch you miss 10 free throws out of 20. So. But no, I definitely get what you mean in regards to that. There's no comment. Like if you sit there and tell a casual fan, you give them 5 examples of situations that was a foul, and they would tell, and you ask them, "What's the consistency?" That I doubt that anybody can give an answer.
No.
Besides, was he touched? Yeah, he was touched, but what do
they consider is a foul?
What do you consider as a foul? So it's just weird when it comes to that. G, it's just super freaking weird, and that's on the NBA to really fix is that. But like you people want offense, G. Y'all can't. Then this goes back to my point. Y'all pick and choose to care about defense, bro. Y'all pick and choose because y'all don't care about defense like that. Y'all don't. And that's the thing that frustrates me. It's like watching a baseball game and the pitcher just striking everybody out. It's fun to an extent, but also it can be a little annoying to watch because it's like, gee, you telling me nobody can sit there and hit this damn ball? You're trained to see a 99-mile-per-hour ball every day, and you telling me today is the day that you chose not to hit the ball? Mm-hmm. That's the frustrating thing. So, hey, this is what y'all wanted, G. Y'all want buckets. Y'all wanted scoring. Y'all can sit there and say they shoot too many threes. Okay, cool. Y'all can sit there and say all these teams play like the 2015 Warriors. Guess what? This has been a monkey see, monkey do league for the longest. Because everybody in the 2000s but the Spurs was running an isolation type basketball game. And also the Pistons, which was we're going to play defense and pray, and we know for a fact you're not going to outscore us. That was the Detroit Pistons. Simple as that, because we didn't have a bucket, and we was too pussy to draft Melo, because he was going to ruin us. Fuck shit up out of here. But that's what I mean by like. If very few teams with real identities. Let's just be real with it, G. Very few teams have real identity. It is what it is. You guys just got to accept reality of this is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted scoring. Y'all wanted buckets. And now the most talented era of players is taking advantage of the era that y'all put them in. Simple as that. And we move. So, but before we wrap up, let's go ahead and talk about what people are calling the game of the year, aka the mid classic between the Lakers and the Warriors, giving us mid cinema in the midst of NBA rivalry week. It was a really good game, a great game with a lot of dumb mistakes, but that's every classic NBA game because Game 7 of 2015 Finals, gotta love it. As nature claims, Game 7 basketball is the worst form of basketball. And sometimes games that go into double overtime is sometimes the worst type of basketball you can see.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Here we go.
Those Golden State Warriors games are the worst games in basketball. Because every time you think the game over, no matter who winning, Steph Curry either about to shoot the three on somebody's face or some random nigga about to tie the game up on the opposing team. I hate it. Okay, just lose.
Just lose.
Steph Curry hit that damn three. One, Draymond goddamn set the best moving pick. No man.
Hey, somebody said that man be pass. They said Draymond be pass blocking on niggas.
Bro, we will be seeing Lamar Jackson in the Super Bowl right now if Draymond was on that line, bro. If Draymond was on that line, Lamar Jackson will be averaging 5 rushing touchdowns a game, bro. Nobody can touch him. Like, bro. I can't stand watching. One, Clay hit a don't trade me shot. Pissed me off.
Yeah, he definitely clutched the hell out of that shot.
Don't trade me shot. Pissed me off.
Hey, no, that D'Lo shot was that D'Lo shot.
into that bitch like I'm shooting this bitch, win or miss.
Oh, D'Lo was on the verge of costing them that game single-handedly and said, trade me, please.
And he smacked that hole. Now listen. I think Brian checked Twitter because somebody posted on Twitter, man, I remember the time Brian used to see a game like this and be like, I'm just not going to lose. I missed that time. And the next thing you know, that nigga had like 36. I was like, ooh, what?
And 20 boards.
Yeah, and 20 boards, which is a career half of Brown, which is crazy. But AD, he's out now because AD banged up for real, but he playing through it just to keep his team.
He's doing what Embiid is not doing.
Yeah, he ain't shying away. He need more rest.
He hasn't played in Denver since 2019, bro.
That's a whole different subject, man. I ain't about to look, man. That man 5 games away from not making no All NBA or MVPs because
he's literally gonna get a Luka Doncic MVP season because Joel Embiid don't want to play the rest of the season, bro.
Hey,
easy.
Anthony Davis about to get all first team NBA because Embiid chose to duck games. They told him, hey, he was like, how many games I got left to miss? 5. The fuck?
I bet that's how I know that nigga was. Man, I know he was salty.
They said, yeah, it's cool to miss out. Go ahead and duck Jokic, man. They said, hey, they say you got like 5 games left to miss. Like, oh hell no, shit,
stupid, bro.
Like the comedy, G. But I feel for people who have has had legit injuries like Tyrese Halliburton, because in that sense he has been legit hurt. He's played those type of situations where I'm like, if I'm a player, you should be able to be like, hey, look, the NBA should look at it and be like, he was legit hurt. But resting when you didn't have no signs of a previous injury is kind of bogus. Like,
they're going to take a look at it. They're going to take a look at the rule again.
Like I said, when y'all see freaking Pascal Siakam make third team All NBA, G, just don't get mad. This is what y'all want.
My football knowledge up.
Hey man, I'm telling you, this is going to be the year where they be like, yeah, we screwed up. Somebody's going to be forced to give Pascal somebody's going to be forced to give. I'm trying to think of a middling all-star, G. I can't think of nobody, but it's going to be.
Gobert going to be first time all defense. I mean, first time all NBA. Yeah,
Gobert's silently having a great season, so I won't be mad at it.
If it weren't for politics and him single-handedly causing COVID, he would have. He probably would have been defensive player of the year this year.
Yeah, he could still be. Like, it just depends, but we'll see. But either way, but now Julius Randle is going to end up effing around to make second team All NBA. The Knicks gonna be like, bro, we gotta get this man $250 million.
They gonna be sick. He wasn't supposed to do that.
They're like, gee, y'all said this man is a top 10 player.
New York finna instantly call Adam Silver like, hey,
what's that stat? Did Nick Saban
change that?
Nick Saban, Julius Randle gonna come into the office, so I need my money. What Nick Saban say? It's not happening. So quit asking. It ain't happening.
I was gonna see Jared Allen, third team center. G, gonna be like, what?
You gonna have to pay him.
Speaking of not happening, bro. Yo, I forgot to say it because we didn't even talk about it. Them Cody memes talking to Seth last night had me crying. I was in legit tears. That nigga was like Cody.
I think about it. Not happening. It just ain't going. It ain't. Nah.
I know they trying to stall, but that shit was killing me. But yeah, man, what bump Joel Embiid? I lost all respect for that nigga. That nigga whispered and joked his head. You're the best player in the league, and then proceeds to duck him.
It don't make sense, bro, because you just gave him the business. Why is you ducking him?
Like, gee,
That boy don't like that.
You don't want
you can't do that in the finals. You sit out one game in the finals. Y'all
look, man, I hate to say this, and like I said, as somebody who is an Embiid fan, I am losing. My fandom is dropping by the week, but that man ducking, he's one of them people who just slap you, and then he runs off.
Don't come to school tomorrow.
And then he'll hope you forget, and then you punch him in the chest. You punch him in the chest. He be like, "Why'd you slap me, bro? You slapped me in front of the hoes last week, G. I have to get my lick back, G." But
he ain't got no more times to duck. Serbia go come. His brothers go come collect payment, bro.
Hey, man, look, man, if and this thing, what people saying, what Embiid's trying to preserve his health. He has missed games in regular seasons in the past since his whole career.
Yeah,
he has yet to be healthy come playoff time. So why are you missing games? It don't make a difference. At this point, like AD, it's toughing it out. He finally got a legit injury, and I get why he has to sit out. But he probably looked at it and be like, how many games I got? Oh, yeah, you good. Go ahead and take 3-4 games off, bro. Take it easy. Cool. Shoot. And AD mind, like, okay, as long as we stay near the AFC, I have my defensive player of the year case. I'm still about to be probably at the very least second team All NBA. He fine. But hey, man, Embiid did it to himself, G. But I'm pretty sure there will be edits to this in regards to just ensuring like the star players get what they deserve before we see, no disrespect to Julius Randle, but a Julius Randle making second team All NBA, knowing full well he wasn't going to be even 15 if it wasn't for certain players missing out because they were legitimately injured for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
We just say Patrick Beverly defensive player of the year case. We gotta see.
Like, gee, that's disgusting. Like, gee, if I'm the media and once I get the ballot and I sit there and be like, this is who I got to pick from? Like, gee, it's gonna be disgusting. But it is what it is, bro. Sure. Matter of fact, dang, I gotta look. Yo, how many games Wemby? Because I know Pop be on some weird stuff with Wemby, G. Look, man, Pop can't let Chet win. Chet can't win Rookie of the Year, G. I just can't because I don't need the white power. People thinking he made a case, but whatever. But let's go ahead and wrap up. We appreciate you guys for watching. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Tweeking Media. Make sure you share the content. Let the people know you rock with us. If you listening, make sure you as well just.
I'm gonna play 41, by the way.
Play 41 games. Oh, okay, he ain't missed that many games. Thanks, Tyler. So yeah, he's still on pace because I think technically, he only missed like 6 or 7 at this point. But yeah, if you're listening, make sure you share as well. Whether you listen to Apple Pod, Google Pod, Spotify, we need all the support in the world. Keep supporting the brand. 2024. But follow the Threes from the Rings page on Twitter. Follow the Tweeking Media Facebook page as well. We appreciate the support. Peace.
Deuces.